Oh. Oh, and it's on.
Hey, hey.
Yeah, it's on. The podcast is live now.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, on for now.
Dude, thanks for having me.
Yo, we don't have. I don't have my yogurt, but a little tea will do.
Better than nothing.
It's your third coffee today.
Yeah, I've been up. I get up early, but I stay up late.
Yeah.
I don't know, 2 a.m., 3 a.m. Stay up and then wake up at 9 every day.
Are you a night owl or you just?
I think I
happen?
always just like find something to do
Yeah.
online. I have to talk to people in America sometimes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's
So-
12 hours behind ish.
12 hours on the East Coast,
Yeah.
15 for the Pacific. But then, yeah, I just manage my finances mostly at night, or
Yeah.
I'm going out. Yeah.
Either you're working hard or you're going out.
Yeah. When you're out here, you got to be a steward of your finances. I think a lot of people, they overspend when they get out here.
I do love Vietnam though for that reason. It's like difficult to overspend.
It can be difficult.
Yeah.
It's death by 1,000 cuts, in my opinion. You'll get like, $1 here, $2 here. Next thing you know, you have 6 coffees and 5 croissants.
But that's still like one coffee at home.
Yeah.
That's like the small things matter more at home. While here, yeah, of course, it comes to scale. It depends. You still earn an American paycheck.
Some degree, to some
Yeah.
degree. I mostly live off my real estate.
Yeah.
So I have 4 rentals. So I'm always constantly checking in there. There's little things like I had to put a new sink and toilet in. So
Okay.
I have to manage that process from afar.
Yeah.
So you can imagine, right? I'm following up with the contractor. They're getting materials. They're sending me an invoice. I need to transfer money. These things seem negligible at first, but they take an hour or two.
Yeah, but also like it's because if you had 100 rentals, if one rental went to shit, doesn't matter. You have 99 more.
Exactly.
You have 4, and those are now it's nice because you have 4. If one fucks up, you still survive.
Yeah.
But if one fucks up and one is like barely going, then it's a big struggle, especially if you're far away.
Exactly. Well, I mean, I still own everything my mortgages, right? So I need to maintain them, and they're my babies.
Yeah.
And I actually enjoy doing that type of work because I used to work in data centers.
Okay.
And then I still invest in stocks. I still look at the markets. So I'm not unplugged 100%, but I do catch myself going out to a club or omakase sushi, stay out till midnight doing that.
Yeah.
And then I enjoy my life. I try. Meet up with friends. I've been doing a lot of bingsu, the Korean dessert.
Binsu.
Bingsu, yeah. I should take you one day. You haven't had
I'd
it.
love to.
So
I
delicious.
love food.
Shaved ice that they layer.
Oh,
And they put fruit on top.
What?
So good. And affordable, obviously. So we'll do that or chae, like at
Yeah.
midnight.
Chair is so off for me. Like I do
Okay.
like my favorite chair now is like almond chair or avocado,
Okay.
but it's because they like strive away from this being a sweet soup.
Yeah.
They feel more like a dessert, almost like a cream to a dessert.
When I eat it with the beans. So I'm like, oh, this is protein for me. Fiber and protein.
Oh.
But I grew up eating it like that. Yeah.
But did you grew up in U.S.
Yeah, I grew up in
Fully?
the U.S.
and your parents are both Viet or?
So half and half. My
and
mom's
half.
Vietnamese. My dad's white.
Yeah. Okay.
He is ethnically German,
Okay.
Deutsch, but the thing is, after a generation in America, if you're white passing, you're just American.
Yeah.
But my grandfather was named Hans.
Okay.
So yeah, and he comes from Hamburg,
Yeah.
fisherman. Anyways, it's fun. I've learned a little bit of German through my grandfather. My dad didn't really pick it up much.
No.
But simple things like cuss words and numbers.
Not with the basics. Yeah.
Yeah. He was an old man. He didn't have much to tell me
Yeah.
other than, let's go eat, or, how old are you now?
It's the basics in the beginning.
Yeah.
I feel like everyone that I meet that have been in US are really Americanized.
Yeah.
In the way that is loud and very social and always happy going.
Really?
Yeah, 'cause
I
I-
get flashy all the time.
Yeah, exactly. And
Yeah.
I can't tell the difference if you're ADHD or if you're American.
Yeah.
It's like this high energy, this always amped up, and I do love it though, because I also come from where we don't have that.
You know, you showed me so much about it's Sweden, right?
Yeah.
So much. It's so interesting to hear how you speak about it because I don't know much,
Yeah.
but I do. I didn't think that they were so. They didn't follow. You mentioned they follow a lot of rules, and I was thinking, oh, because there's very large consequences to rules, and you're
Yeah.
like, no, we're very actually easygoing,
Yeah.
and I'm like, so why follow the rules?
It's like the social. Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I think it has to do like a good connection is what a country's humor is. Every country has its own like overall humor, and we don't really know the American one, but I know the Swedish one, and it's also the humor also comes usually is the opposite of we find the worst thing ever, which would be Sweden would be cringy,
Yeah,
sticking out, being awkward moments,
yeah, dark
and
humor.
not really like dark humor, but
Yeah,
just like
among you.
no, not at all dark humor.
Oh, you
It's
don't like that at all?
no, it's like a weird social interaction. You
Oh,
actually say the wrong thing. This is cute.
delicious.
Yeah, I didn't want coffee. Like I had coffee today already. If I drink coffee now, I'm gonna get cooked and not sleep for.
That's why I stay up till
Um,
2 every day, I bet.
Yeah, 100%.
I think after 5 o'clock, it gets a little bit wary. I've had those nights where I stay up till 5 a.m., 4 a.m. But you were mentioning, so it's more of a social interaction following the rules because what you don't, it's like a tribalism of some sort where it's like, hey, if you don't follow, you're not part of the group. And
Yeah.
that's the consequence.
It wouldn't be really. So we don't feel the repercussions of the police. Like if I do something wrong and like I don't fear the police.
Yeah.
I fear
I fear the police.
being judged.
Nah.
No, you don't have that at all. I feel being like
Well,
for
people
us,
judge you, but there's so many different personalities. You just realize like 1 out of 10 people will like me. Who cares?
yeah, um, yes. I mean, but we really go into that hard, and I strive away from that a lot. Like
Yeah.
doing this podcast is a significant like choice of mine, and I do make mistakes, and having mistakes on video also is like kind of a bit wonky.
Yeah.
And but I'm used to being the more social person, and definitely fuck up all the time. But it's okay. You can laugh at my mistakes. Like I'll do it too. And
I mean, I think American society tells you to fail.
yeah,
Because it's all about failing, and the story of failing is so much more beautiful than the story of success,
yes.
in my opinion too. But I see a lot where it's like, just keep getting up,
Yeah.
and that's the underdog story that Americans love. But we also do love a winner, right? Like an Elon Musk, a Michael Jordan, where he's always winning.
Your role models, the people you look up to, and be like not maybe like strive to be, but they give you energy.
Yeah.
Of you can still do it. Like you can succeed.
So many stories, and I don't know any of those people in Sweden. You know what I mean? Like, who are the failures of your country? Who are the ultra winners that you guys look to? And please don't say Elon Musk.
No, I wouldn't say so. I mean, like overall, Sweden we kind of don't like the U.S. because we look at you as quite dumb.
Yeah.
But also, I think a lot of Swedes also like, especially from being a smaller country, we can't. It's difficult to grasp the largeness of another country. It's like I'm kind of starting to get this belief of, okay, I say most people are dumb, but I say like 10% of a population from a country, or this varies a little bit depending on culture, but like say anywhere, it's always like 10% of people are disgusting people, and no one likes them really. But if it's 10% in Sweden, it's a million people.
Yeah.
If it's 10% in America, that's like 30 million people.
Yeah, if you do 300 million, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
It's a lot of us.
Yeah, I don't know how many are. I think
300, 350.
Yeah, and that's three times.
And it's growing.
Yeah, and it's three times what size of Sweden. So when we see hundreds of like we say on Facebook, and we see millions of just stupid comments, and we can't fathom that, because in Sweden, like if you look at that, it would be like 1,000, and that's a lot. But
Yeah.
then you have a million, because you have so many people, and you have also so many people from different backgrounds.
Yeah, and the human attention span is so small, right? You can't go through every comment, and when you see it, it's very often. The thing is, I have a hard time establishing who's an American sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Because you could, in my mind, you could be an American. with a funny accent. You can come over.
With a funny accent, that's a good add-on. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And it's like, hey, like, oh, your accent's off. It's like, are you American? Were you born there?
No.
You could have easily just like, hey, I just came over here as an immigrant, expat, whatever you may want to call it.
Yeah.
And now you're an American. I'm like, dude, welcome to the club.
Yeah.
Because when I was at the lecture I was at and I presented, people looked at me and I get this all the time. It's like, you're Vietnamese? I was like, yeah, I'm Vietnamese. Well, I'm half, but
Yeah.
like, I'm still Vietnamese. But they don't see me as Vietnamese.
No.
And then as an American, the American guys were like, oh, you could be American, but you don't look like it. I was like, yeah, I get it. But I think predominantly America was known to be white, but now it's slowly becoming so multicultural that I don't even know who an American is.
Yeah. I mean, I can tell. For me, you can look at me and see like I'm from Scandinavia. Like,
You're definitely
Yeah.
Euro looking,
yeah.
but you could be American. You know,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna take that right from you.
No, I think I have I am quite sure I have one. What would you call it in the family tree?
Yeah,
Who is American?
yeah,
Like I have a middle name named Jack,
the Jack's
and
very
that's not
big.
Swedish at all.
Well, I think of my grandfather Hans. He comes to America from Hamburg,
Yeah,
and he's German, but literally his son, which is my father,
yeah.
he becomes American. Doesn't even remember the language. Is he German? Is my father German or is he American? And he's white passing. So it's like, and then my dad puts me on, and he didn't even want me to learn German because he didn't learn it, but I got interested into it.
Yeah.
And then next thing you know, like, am I more German than my father? I've been to Germany. My father hasn't.
That's a weird one.
Crazy. My dad's predominantly white, right? So it's like I have more of a affiliation to Germany. I speak more German than him.
Yeah.
I know more about the culture. Who's really German? You know what I mean?
But you're also very interested. Like when I feel that from you. Like even if you pick up a subject you don't really know, like the thing that interests you is the lack of knowledge of it.
Yes. Very deep curiosity about things. That's how I've made money, though. Yeah.
But the speech you just came from, the talk,
Personal finance.
personal finance.
Yeah.
Can you get into a little bit of that? It's very broad. What was like your specific point, and what were you trying to get like forward?
I touched about real estate because I know a lot of Vietnamese people do real estate
Yeah.
to preserve wealth. But I think the conversation moved towards AI
Always.
because there was multiple presenters. And
Yeah.
I think a lot of Vietnamese people right now are looking towards how can they even save money? Because for us, it's affordable. For locals, it may not be, and it's
Yeah.
increasing. But I was just up there for 2 minutes, introduced myself, told my backstory.
Yeah.
And I think the big thing is seeing other Vietnamese people or Vietnamese passing people
Yeah.
do well in other countries. And I think that's, at least the younger people I've talked to, they all kind of know it's like, hey, I have to leave Vietnam to really accumulate wealth. Because the economy here, unless I really know family members or I have really good connections, I'm not going to get to that wealth in a lifetime. Maybe in 2 lifetimes.
No, not even that. I would say it's like
You can agree, see what I mean?
yeah, and like I think the fastest way to like get people to understand the difference of that is like, yeah, I know some Vietnamese like if you say if you have the average pay here, which is about like $500 a month ish, and that's like average.
Yeah.
And if they were to save, they can afford to go to Sweden, yeah, after saving for 10 years. And when they come back after 2 weeks of being in Sweden or say US, they'll have nothing left.
Yeah.
And it's like, if you're in, say, if you're in Sweden and you're considered part of the poor, if you save 10% of your paycheck, just 10%, for a year, then you can afford to come to Vietnam, live here a month, and come back with still having security and money left.
Yeah.
And that's definitely a privilege, but also where you could save up. And starting a business here is amazing. And like a lot on the podcast now so far, they're starting businesses here, and it's an amazing spot to do that.
Yeah, cheap capital or cheap human capital.
Yeah.
Cheap capital to even start. I mean, I've thought about starting a business here, trading components for servers.
Yeah.
But then I've just started doing it myself as a sole prop
Yeah.
in America. And I mean, right now there's a DRAM shortage, RAM memory. And I've made, some decent money doing it recently. but
Yeah.
this is my expertise. And I really think I look at Vietnam as a growth potential, and you don't need to make a bunch of money to be happy, in my opinion.
No.
And I think that's where a lot of Americans are fighting because who doesn't want to be rich? But they also realize that there's a sacrifice that comes with it.
Yeah.
And that is the grind, as some people in America would call it. And this grind really puts you down, in my opinion. Like, you get obese from it, you get
Yeah.
health issues, you start becoming dumber.
Yeah.
See, some people just work. They spend less time reading books, doing
Yeah.
things they want to do.
Yeah.
Wholeheartedly, I had to work for like 8 or 9 years all the time.
Yeah.
And I gained weight. I did a lot of different things
Yeah.
that weren't healthy. I picked up like drinking more
Yeah.
caffeine. I did vaping just to like stay up and work harder. And
Yeah.
you know, it also felt good to do it because you're
Yeah.
just mind-numbing work.
Yeah.
And I worked in an office, sending emails, going to meetings.
Yeah.
But you can make 6 figures and still feel poor.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah. So now I make 5 figures and out here, and I'm living a much better lifestyle
Yeah.
compared to California.
Do you feel happy?
I feel happier. I have some times where I feel like Vietnam isn't the right place for me.
Yeah.
I really like Thailand,
Mhm.
Bangkok, due to the infrastructure and how everything's moving.
Yeah.
But I am Vietnamese, and I promised my grandmother I'd spend a considerable time here before her death.
Yeah.
So I've spent over 6 months here.
Yeah.
That's what I promised her. And now I've kind of slowly fallen in love with the place. It has its quirks. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but for me, I feel like Saigon, especially Saigon,
Yeah,
is like 15 years behind Bangkok,
100%.
and
And that's where I see the growth for us.
yeah,
How do you capture a portion of that? Do you make a construction company? I had someone reach out to me for cranes because they know I broker things.
Yeah.
And they're like, hey, I own a port. I'm like, that's crazy. You must be rich. He's like, that doesn't matter. But I need cranes.
Yeah.
I'm like, show me some pictures. He's like, go find cranes in Europe for me. And he's like, just tell me the numbers, we'll work out a deal.
yeah,
So these opportunities come up because there's that growth.
yeah,
There's been a considerable enough infrastructure projects. So I think a lot of Vietnamese people are now moving towards construction business
Yeah.
or logistics business.
yeah.
Yeah.
I do fear a little bit of a place that grows too fast. I would say Bangkok is a good example of that.
Yeah.
Is that it's it's different when you don't like, because I didn't have when I lived there for 2 months, but I didn't have my own apartment, so
Oh.
life gets a little bit more expensive because of that. But either way, I had a Western lifestyle, yes, but I paid almost more than in Sweden on my average day to day.
Yeah.
And why, for me, it feels I don't like it is because the difference between the poor and the rich becomes so prevalent. And it's like when a place grows too fast, no, their paychecks will stay low and they can't afford, and people will have to move out. If you go to Bangkok, I like talking to people, as you like, the social. And the office, I talk to the receptionist, I talk to the people who make the coffee, and the people that actually work in Bangkok that are not in like finance or actually own stuff, always like, no, I live like 1.5 hour, 2 hours away from here.
Oh, they're
Like-
contributing heavily. Yeah.
Yeah, they're like, and I'm like, okay,
I understand them.
such an add struggle, and then every year every couple of years they had to move out further and further and further to afford their lifestyle. And being a young person who have these dreams, who wants to save 10% to then go and succeed in something, the 10% just becomes smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller, and then
It's an ongoing problem everywhere. I mean, I understand them wholeheartedly because I am them too.
Yeah.
I was just the American version.
Yeah.
I was making over $150,000 a year, 35% tax. Then I got to pay maybe $3,000 a month for rent.
yeah,
Then I like to go out to eat. I'm spending $6,000 a month.
yeah,
And then I'm saving my 10, 15%, putting it into my 401k. And
Yeah.
then, sure, you might have $100,000 or $200,000 in your 401k, but try to retire on that. That'll be gone in 3 years.
yeah,
You have health issues, maybe even faster. But then, America tells you work 25 years, 30 years, and you should have so much money that it grows, you know, you're getting a dividend from it
Yeah.
or something like that, you'll survive. But my question to all that is, what do I experience when I'm 65? Like even right now, like I travel on a
Yeah.
12-hour flight, I'm hurt. I'm like, dude, there's no way I would do this if I'm 70 years old.
No.
But like, it, that's the sacrifice, which I say, you know, is a decision a lot of people have to make when they leave their Western country to come here.
Yeah.
Because when we come here, we're expats.
Yeah.
But when the Vietnamese people or third world country people go to a Western society, they're the immigrant. And you know, like I know, it's so expensive that they have to give up a generation of their life to start enjoying it.
Yeah.
But I think I'm taking the privilege by being here and saying, I'm just going to enjoy my money.
Yeah, the same for me. Like
Yeah.
I use every privilege I have.
You should.
Yeah, and
What's wrong with using your
No, it
privilege?
would be a shame not to.
Yeah.
And of course, everyone like is like travel wise. Like you don't have to. If you don't like travel, of course you don't have to use that privilege that you can.
Yeah.
If you don't want to.
But don't demonize the privilege too. I think that's something that Americans deal with, especially for skin color and all
Yeah.
these things. It's like, hey, because you are this,
Yeah.
you have these privileges, and that's not fair that you have them. But some people are just born, and they're like, hey, I'm sorry, but it's just my privilege.
Yeah.
And so what if they use it? Hopefully they don't use it in a malicious way.
No, I like
Yeah.
like the biggest privilege I would say that because I like to travel and I like
Yeah. You like what you like.
yeah, and I value interactions way more than. So I would value a personal gift, a small, cost nothing, but it was hard, than a Ferrari.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would like you made this
Yeah.
amazing. I love this more. I'd trade this. Fuck off.
I love that.
But it also comes to like when I travel, I like in Vietnam, the privilege of me being white and mostly looking very, very different is that people react to me, but never in a bad way. So
Yeah.
I could walk. I even done this in Sweden, but like to walk into accident to walk into someone's garden, someone's house, and they see me, they don't react like
Intruder. Yeah.
no, they react like, what the fuck are you here? Like,
Yeah.
oh, this is exciting. Like, who are you? And
It's like a surprise.
yeah, and like, of course, I think it's also a lot to do how you react. If you like shock up, no, that's different. If you show both hands and kind of wave and be like silly and be like,
Yeah.
oh no, I'm just lost.
Yeah, is this the bathroom? Yeah, like, I get it.
Yeah.
And I think you have that a lot here in third world countries, Philippines, Thailand. I've had that experience.
Yeah.
And it's enjoyable. It feels good. Being welcomed. I just don't know. It feels good, yes.
Yeah.
But is that the reason why you stay? Is my question to you. Like, you know, is that experience valuable enough for to say, hey, I'm going to give up the opportunity cost of working in my home country to live here to have these experiences that I value more. And that's something I fight. Because I'm like, dang, I should be making more money. You know, what's 1 million when I could have 5?
Yeah.
But then I realize I do enjoy the experience that you shared. I have it too.
Yeah. The struggle is like fighting all these urges in your head of being, I want to do this, I want to do this, I want to do everything.
Yeah.
And for me, why I'm here, it's not because I want to make money. It's because I want to experience life, and I want to try things. Same for this podcast. Like, it's something new. I haven't done it before. I will fail. I will do, like,
It might turn into something else.
yeah. And like the last, I'd say 5 years, I've really gone hard into doing things I like, and a lot of self-respect and a lot of prioritizing my own time. Even if is going to the gym or going to travel or experiencing something that I haven't done before. It's a little bit about like if you listen to people who has made it, because I believe I made it, but I'm also just in the start. I know nothing. For the Americans, when you listen to the actual millionaires that are not like Elon Musk, who is definitely Asperger's and autistic, and he has his super niche thing that he's so good at that. He's so smart.
He has to be.
Yeah.
That's how you get there, I think.
But also that's his brain. He's wired that way, and he's very unique.
And that's what we see in public.
Yeah.
Well, no, privately.
No. Yeah, definitely not. but for is this constant? Oh wait, I forgot my point actually.
Well, you say
Yeah.
the millionaires in America.
Yeah,
I personally think they're struggling.
yeah, especially in America, but like, not especially, but like millionaires, they almost a lot of them say that if they were to have the millions they had now or be back in the shoes when they were 20 on the journey, they would choose the journey.
Oh, I've heard something similar. Yeah,
Yeah.
especially older people
Yeah.
that are retired age.
Yeah, they all say, no, I would rather have no money and be 20 again. I'd rather be struggling again. I'd rather like you hear people who did their like you say with your time, their 20s
Yeah,
as a full-on hardship and like earning money and achieving
hard.
this American dream.
yes.
But people who are 35, 40 say like, I wish I just traveled.
Traveled, made more friends, and I think
Yeah.
we're all living life for the first time.
Yeah.
And I wish that someone told me what to do and I did it and it would work out.
Yeah.
But sometimes the advice that you get from people don't really fit your life because they don't look like you, they don't know how you think, they don't know your past.
No.
But the beauty of the West, it affords the opportunity to fail.
Yeah.
Where I think the Vietnamese people, failure could be a death sentence sometimes. There is no social support if you fail. So, you could go to there's debtor's prison. You can't file bankruptcy in Vietnam, to my understanding. In America, our president, has filed bankruptcy like 2 or 3 times, personally. And then he's had multiple companies that filed bankruptcy. He's our president. And so it goes into the conversation that you were asking me, like, Americans, they look like this, A, B, and C, and D. But I think it's just America affords that luxury, that privilege to fail and try something.
Yeah.
And I think Sweden, too, allowing you to be here to some degree.
Yeah. I think Sweden has America. I still view as the land of opportunity.
I think so, too.
But I also fully understand why Swedes are in general more happy than Americans, and you see that in Scandinavia. And a strong point is that our middle class is very strong.
Yes.
Even though it's shrinking, it's still the majority. While in US, the majority is not middle class.
No.
The majority is not poverty, but below middle class.
I think it's like Vietnam with the wealthy and the poor. I mean, it's much easier for you and me to see the very poor, and we see the people driving their Porsches. But we have the Trump and the Elon Musks of America, right?
Yeah.
Their wealth it's wider in some sense, larger. And the gap, if you think this is a gap here in Vietnam, the gap in America is someone's a trillionaire. I think there was some funny thing where like, hey, if you counted from 0 to a trillion, it would take 258 years of continuous numbers, right? And the average American only makes maybe 3 or 4 or 5 million in their entire lifetime. So it's like, if that's not a gap, a wage gap, I don't know what it is.
No.
Where, over here they might make $10,000, $20,000 a month, and then sure, someone makes 500.
Yeah.
But the multiples are different, right?
Yeah, but also it's like you can achieve that level of success basically. I would say almost only in America.
Yes.
In Sweden, you can't achieve that top 1%.
Yes.
In the same thing, like.
There's a lot of tax in Europe, I've noticed.
Yeah, that as well, but I also think there's more things that caps that. I don't really know what, but I feel like it's more than just tax.
Yeah.
So like if you were to, like you said, if you earned $150,000, that's what, like 1.5 million Swedish kroner.
Yeah,
Tax-wise on that, you pretty much pay $500,000.
Okay, yeah. I'm paying 35% roughly.
Yeah.
I'm only gonna see maybe 90K of it.
Yeah.
And here's the crazy thing, and I bet you have this in your country. You make money, you're taxed. You spend money, you're taxed.
Yeah.
End of the year, you're taxed.
Yeah.
So really, how much tax are you really getting? And then they ask you to invest in the country because there's not a lot of pension programs.
Yeah.
So what 401k is a tax-deferred strategy.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay,
But you pay tax later on that.
you pay tax later on it. So you're telling me I can't even access this money till I'm in my 60s. And it's really tough because life is long and short. And I think about it, it's like, when we're at the age of like starting families possibly,
Yeah.
right? And then when you have a child, I see a lot of people, no matter what country you are, you start living for that child.
Yeah.
Your assets, your reasons, your time, your energy are going into that next generation.
Yeah.
And money maybe is a little bit less valuable, but
Yeah.
it's very valuable for specific things. Like I've been looking at rental real estate here or real estate I could live in.
Yeah.
Now I've never cared so much about schools. I've never cared so much about the infrastructure.
Oh.
And now I'm like, oh, I get it now. Why Vietnamese people in America are like, you need to go to America because you can go to a small town in America. You're gonna have a hospital, a decent school, roads,
Yeah.
police force, beep, boop, boop, boop.
No, but yeah, it's like also like if I want to get a family,
Yeah.
no matter if I fall in love with anyone else in anywhere in the world, I would always almost say like, no, if we have a family, it's gonna be in Sweden. It's not maybe I do love the country. I do love how I grew up. I do love everything about that. But if you remove all of that and just go, what would be the best for the kid? No, it's safe. It's like you can be free. And I think one of the best things is that you can spend more time with your kid. Like
Yes.
in America, you have to work. Like I know moms and dads who have 2 jobs and they also have kids.
Yeah.
How the fuck do you do that? How do you manage to spend time with your kid? While in Sweden, you have a year off to be with your kid in the beginning, and then like every time your kid is sick, like of course you go home and take your time with kid, and you still get paid. You take vacation, you get paid.
You got some better social benefits there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
It's tough. It's tough. And the question is, what do you want out of life? And it's really hard to be a generalist for everybody, but individually, and I think I would love to learn this about you, is like, what do you want to happen in the next 2 to 5 years for you? You blow up on podcasts. You are now interviewing the most influential, interesting people in the world. You're traveling the world
But
more.
I think you are the people I want to be with. Like I think you're the interesting like people who that's like I had this podcast idea. I want to interview people that are on their way of figuring things out.
Yeah.
Like you have things you are expert in, and
Yep.
you have worked a lot, and you're very good at this, but you're still figuring it out.
Yeah. I think I am too. For me, I know the answer to that question because I ask it myself almost every other day. I just want to build, I spend a lot of time working.
Yep.
And now I'm reverting to more family and friends.
Yeah.
I want lifelong friends. I want people I can talk to, reach out to.
Yeah.
I was always an extroverted person, and I'm going to tell you, I've been told I'm very unique on this extrovertedness. I know that I reach out and I talk to people. Not every American's like this, but I desire just like long-term friendships, and I love travel too.
Yeah.
So in May, I'm going to Germany to meet some friends, and they're like, "Okay, why are you going to Germany?" It's like literally to meet friends. Like I don't care anything about Germany, the food, the culture.
Yeah.
I'm going there to see some buddies.
That's amazing.
Hang out, and then experience what they do. And then after that, maybe I'll go to like the Philippines, and I got some more friends there.
Yeah, where in Germany are you gonna go to?
So I'm thinking Munich, and then I have a good buddy from Dresden.
Yeah.
Are you familiar?
Yeah, Dresden is beautiful.
Oh, I have not been there. Been to Munich, been to Berlin.
Yeah.
Haven't been to Dresden.
Berlin is it's not Germany.
It's a whole nother world. I know.
Yeah, it's very
I know.
different.
But
I do like Berlin, but
it's cool, right?
yeah, no, I like Berlin a lot, but it's like it's not really Germany.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know what you mean. I know.
Yeah.
But that's what I want to do with my life. I do enjoy travel. I've been to over 20 countries.
Yeah.
And I'm the type of person that doesn't like to be a tourist. Like I need to stay at least a month.
Yeah.
Like 1 month, maybe 3. And I love to figure out if I can really live here. And Saigon is one of those places that I think a lot of people come for a month or 2. It took me 4 days to say, okay, I can do 6 months.
Yeah.
Bangkok is also one of those places too. Manila. And it's just like, hey,
Manila?
I really like Manila.
Okay, I think that's an odd opinion. Like,
Yeah.
I wasn't that keen on like if you compare Bangkok, Saigon, Manila is bottom tier for me.
Yeah.
Of course I love the Filipinos are amazing. They're like the most joyful people you can meet.
Yep.
But the islands are because I love nature.
I'm a city boy.
Yeah.
I'm not even going to the islands.
No.
I'm in BGC. I'm in Power Plant. I'm in
Yeah.
Makati.
Okay.
I'm enjoying the restaurants. I'm
Yeah.
enjoying the services. I'm playing, tennis, pickleball.
Yeah.
And the thing is, when I go, I integrate with my friends and like, just take me around with you.
Yeah.
Don't worry about like if it's too expensive, like it's affordable for me.
Yeah.
And then we just go to the gym. I'll get it like, sign up for the gym for a month. Sometimes if I had to sign up for a year, I'm like, okay, whatever. How much is it? Give me a discount. Boom.
Yeah.
And I'll sign up for a year, never use it after a month. But like the thing is just experiencing their life. And one thing I've noticed is we desire a lot, but what we really have is very little. And what you do have, you need to protect.
Okay.
That's what I've noticed with a lot of people I visit, because it's so hard to accumulate things, friends, family, assets.
Yeah.
So when you have them, you need to preserve them, and you
Yeah.
need to hold them tightly. And I love seeing people just like, like today we were driving and I saw a little kid look at another guy and the guy smiled, but they don't know each other, right? But there's that happiness.
Yeah.
And I see that with people and their families. I'll meet their grandmother and you could just feel like, I was like, this is family.
Do you think like, because
Yeah.
this is actually getting to the point where sometimes I feel a bit broken because of it.
Yeah.
Is that I've traveled a lot as well, and not that I get tired of. I still love the interaction, but it's starting to pain me a little bit where I gain friends around the world, but I know I probably won't see them again because they're so far away, and then you have so many, and then especially now when living here. Like in Sweden, like my routine. I love my routine, and I love the people. Like even though I'm not close friends with this person at the gym, but I meet them 4 times a week, and we always say hi, and we always talk about this little light. I don't even know his name or her name. Like, but we have this interaction and we have this connection. Or this neighbor down the line that we haven't talked to 20 years, but we have waved to each other for 20 years. Those small things matter a lot. And when you travel to places, like you say, a month, 2 months, or now 6 months here, for me, I'm all closing in on 6 months.
Yeah.
Soon.
I'm over 6 months now.
Oh, okay. Damn.
I promised my grandmother, but yeah, I mean, this is one of the places that you can definitely stay. But continue.
Yeah, but it's like pain. It's like same. I live here.
Yeah.
Like I live in there.
I'm over here like 10 minutes.
Oh, nice.
So it's perfect little drive for me.
Awesome. And like this place, I don't go to that much, but that smoothie place over there.
Yeah.
Every morning almost, I grab a smoothie.
And you know the people.
Yeah, I know them.
You won't have this in America.
Every food restaurant here, I know. Every kumtam place on this side, I know. I've been to every restaurant you can see within the kilometer of where we are.
It feels like, I think this is the value of the big city. I just said, in the US you would never get it, but they actually do get it in New York, Chicago.
Yes, I'd see New York.
They know their block.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
And so that's where I think in Saigon I'm very the same. Like the places I go, the people know me.
Yeah.
I may not know their name, but I see them. I see them outside.
Yeah.
And then it's just like, oh my gosh, you're here. I see you outside your work. But I know what you're saying. You make these friendships and sometimes they leave. And I think of the idea as better to have loved than never loved at all.
Yes.
And I tell people all the time, like, hey, our chapter is closing, I think.
Yeah.
I'll tell people my goodbyes.
Yeah.
Like last night, the omakase, my buddy Brian, he's going back to America. And I was like, dude, it was so nice to see you. I don't know if I'll ever see you again. Please stay in touch.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, I'm going to stay in touch. But then the part of me goes like, I've heard this before. And if he does prove me wrong, but I'm ready for the pain. I'm calloused.
Yeah, but also I think it's the value. If you say goodbye to me and it actually mean, like I had an easy rider that took me through the country here of Vietnam. I told this before, like a lot, maybe too much before, but he was one of the first people I've traveled with that long. That was 10 days. I've traveled a lot before, but I've never been with someone close because I've traveled solo more than, let's say, 4 or 5 days. And I traveled with him for about 10 days. And I met his family. It was just me and him going through the country. Of course, our connection is close, and I know I would probably never see him again. So when saying goodbye, that hurt more than I expected.
Yeah.
And it felt so weird walking off without him. I'm like, fuck, I don't like this at all, but damn, they meant more. I love that it hurts because it means a lot.
The pain feels good.
If it didn't hurt, then it didn't mean anything.
Yeah. I see this in emotional sense, physical sense.
Yeah.
Like exercise. I think you touched on that too, where it's like, if you don't feel pain after exercising, you didn't really try hard enough or something like that, right?
Yeah.
But it, I'd rather have gone through it and felt the pain, you know? I put myself in situations of pain. I'll continue talking to people I don't like, hoping that they get better.
Yeah.
I have met plenty of VQ and expats here where, I wish them good luck and I try to be friendly, and sometimes they're a little bit adverse to it because like, why is this person so friendly?
Yeah.
Because I think I meet a lot of new travelers.
Yeah.
Vietnam is affordable, so it's easy to be a first or second travel location.
Yeah.
And I think people are from the West especially are apprehensive to nice people because they're like, oh, what does this person want from me? You know what I mean? They think that something like this. And
Yes.
I show them a good time and I try to be kind to them. And then
Yeah.
I start building a friendship.
Yeah.
And then we start becoming friends and then they leave.
Yeah.
And then, I don't know. I don't mind that. Now I don't mind it. Initially it hurt more.
Yeah.
But now I'm like, this guy's kind of a mean person, but maybe he's dealing with something. People come here with problems. They're lost souls to some degree.
Yeah.
And I don't mind being a healer and taking on some of that pain or that, just being understanding of their situation. And my life goes on.
Yeah.
But I enjoy those moments, the good and the bad.
Yeah. And there's a lot of people here that come here for the first travels, and you see that they're new, and Vietnam has so much, like the Vietnamese people have so much kindness, so they're very giving. And I almost get a little bit frustrated when people only visit Hanoi and Hoi An, like those places like are just tourism, and it not that there's too many tourists to see. It's yet also the Vietnamese people who work there, people who work there, see people more as money because they it's their life.
Yes, they have to live here.
Yeah, and of course when they see a group of tourists, they see like, oh, maybe this might be a good deal.
Yeah.
But if you go a bit further out, or I'd say around here, especially in Saigon where we are, you walk and there's like, I would say almost every restaurant here, every time I sit down eating, they always give me a little bit of extra stuff. Like the place over at Bun Thich Nong, I always butcher
Bun Thich Nong, yeah.
the pronunciation. Just over the ridge here. And I'm just sitting there eating that, and her old husband comes in, crawling in with a jackfruit, and she gives me a jackfruit to eat. And then the neighbor next door handed them some freshly boiled cooked black prawns, and they took a few and they gave me one. Like I don't pay for that. Like I didn't pay for that at all. They just give me it as a gift.
Yeah.
And
that's nice.
Yeah.
It's enjoyable and it's a privilege because I don't think every person that travels here, I think there's certain groups of people that are darker skinned that don't get that same treatment, and they're travelers and they may be wealthy too. Yeah. But I think the beauty of Vietnam too is they enjoy white passing people. They love Europeans.
Yeah.
And I want everyone to have a good time. It sucks that sometimes our world isn't fair. And I totally understand everyone's perspective. But I wish people that they do come here, they see the beauty.
Yeah.
And don't look at it as like a tourist location. It's livable.
Yeah.
And I think every country has some of this. Some parts of America, they have tourist towns.
Yeah.
And these people are very mean and rude. They only want to use you for money.
Yeah.
It's everywhere. It's everywhere.
Yeah, definitely.
But I hope that the people that do see you, me, others that live here, I hope they find an attraction to it, the kindness to it.
Yeah.
Because that's what I try to offer to them. And we need to heal a little bit. Because the West really kind of, at least in America, it really grinds you down. It can beat you down.
Yeah.
Working all the time. Yeah.
I think okay, how much have you traveled Europe?
Spain, Germany, Morocco's in Africa. I didn't do the train thing where you go to like multiple.
Yeah, Interrail for you. Yeah, for you it's Interrail, I think.
I think that's what it is. But Spain, Germany, France. But I went to Paris.
Yeah.
So I go in for a couple days and try to enjoy it. This is when I was working / vacationing. We only get 2 to 3 weeks vacation a year.
Yeah.
So it's really hard. So when I get flown out to a location, like I would go to Japan for work, I'd say, okay, I'm using my vacation now. So now I'm going to go hit the Philippines, Thailand, and then
Yeah.
I'm gonna fly home. So that's how I knock out 3 countries in one trip.
Yeah.
So that's how I did that. But Europe, I was only there for Germany,
Yeah.
and I was working.
Yeah. So when you go, you're gonna go soon back to Germany. Like, if you have some extra time, spend a week or two. I would, because I've traveled out because I'm European. I've traveled it more.
Yeah.
But like my favorite spots, I really love Budapest.
Okay.
I think you would like it too.
Yeah.
It's a bit more rural. It's a bit more. It's really cool because they have the old buildings from like you see that they're shot down. They're like ruined. The ruin bar. Yeah, you would fucking love the ruin bars.
Yeah.
So it's like old buildings
I love
that
architecture.
are like falling through, but they just kept all the basic debris and how they like looked like its tank went through, and just made it to a bar. And there
Beautiful.
are so many bars, and they're like bar clubs-ish vibe, and they're really cool.
Yeah.
The street food is really nice, and I do love the food. I love
Budapest, Eastern Europe.
like the goulash, like everything in Europe is basically goulash as a main.
Oh, okay,
like,
okay.
The poor man's food.
Hey, it's delicious.
No more, I would say more Balkan, of course. But
The Balkans, yeah. Mediterranean, I want to go. I want to go to Greece.
I mean, my favorite is still Croatia.
Really?
Yeah,
Croatia.
I do. I spend a lot of time in Croatia, like about a month.
Yeah.
Um,
Hopefully when the war ends, Ukraine, because I missed the golden age of Ukraine. I remember watching YouTubers, digital nomads, going to Ukraine and living there.
okay.
And it was a very affordable and wonderful place before the war, obviously.
Yeah.
And I was like, dang, when that opens up, I'm going to go.
Yeah.
Because I think I do like to travel, and I would love to experience that environment after a war. Because you mentioned the architecture, of Budapest,
Yeah.
where it's like a tank went through. I would love to see how the people come back. Like the humans over there have to rebuild. It's like, hey, if you're Ukrainian and the war's over, it's like, what do you do? It's like, well, I got to rebuild it.
Yeah.
So I would love to see how they bounce back
Yeah.
and support their economy by being a tourist, or maybe even staying a couple months and then just seeing how
Getting some cranes in.
things work. Yeah. Brains.
Yeah.
Exactly. I was thinking, I have a friend named Simon. He's a software engineer. And what he's doing is building a website, but with a sales funnel attached to it.
Yeah.
So I'll throw $1,000 into it and see how that works and see if we can get any leads.
Yeah.
But, it only takes 1 or 2 good ideas. I'm telling, as a Western person, that's how I think.
Yeah.
1 or 2 good ideas, you can make some decent money, and then you
Yeah.
put into some nice assets that pay a dividend,
Yeah.
and that dividends pay your life. Or the cash flow from your real estate pays your life.
Yeah.
And I think that's how I've seen wealthy people, at least middle class people, figure out how not to work. He's trading your time for money. Initially, when you're young, I think is great because you don't know anything.
You have to start somewhere.
Yeah, how dare you think the world owes you something?
Yeah.
But when you get 30, 40, 50s and you really think you're smart, well, maybe work for yourself then.
Yeah.
Come up with an idea. Provide value to the world, and you're going to get some value of it.
Yeah.
Success is different for everyone. Me making another $10,000 doing a small project, I find success. Will I continue the project? I don't know. But there's some people, they build companies, sell them, make hundreds of millions of dollars. That's a project to some degree, right?
Yeah.
There's so many things you could be doing. And I think the Vietnamese people are doing that right now. And so that's where I see the growth.
Yeah.
What project can you do to help grow this society?
What like, do you have a mind? Like, of course, you have a mindset. You have a trajectory. You're amped up with energy also. So,
Yeah.
like, even if you have slowed down 50%, you're still like 500% to most people.
Yeah.
But you said this 2-3 year goal in mind of where you want to be. Like, what is your 2-3 goal of?
It's really, I have a number in mind of friends. I have a capacity. I've kind of knocked out I have about 20 family members here in Saigon. I've met them all.
Yeah.
And now I'm in their lives. And so they invite me out, and I've checked that box. I've learned for my family in Vietnam, it's about time in the seat. How long are you here? Because right now everyone's like, why are you here?
Yeah.
And they're like, dude, why would you be in this place? This doesn't make sense. And I'm like,
It's beautiful. Like,
yeah. When you're not working
Yeah.
and you get to enjoy, I mean, I've seen more of the city than some of my family members that have spent their entire lives here.
Yeah.
Because, I get on a motorbike, I'll go to D7, 11, 9, Bien Hoa.
Yeah.
They're like, why are you over there? I'm like, I just wanted to be.
Yeah.
But I think for me, I have a certain lifestyle I'm trying to get to. And it's owning certain assets in certain countries, like condos, and then having certain friends in those countries.
Yeah.
And right now, I think I'm in the process of getting a small unit in Bangkok.
Yeah.
So having a base there, having a base in Vietnam,
Yeah.
Philippines I really like. And then when I fly to these places when their weather's nicer or something like this, like
Yeah.
there's an event, I have instant friends because I already know them.
Yeah.
I already have a place to live. I don't have to worry about renting.
Yeah.
And I mean, I got a little bit of money in my pocket to have fun.
Yeah, I mean, it's like also thinking about the. I also has the same idea and like what my head is. So I still have this dream of becoming a fireman. Like when I before like after. That's
Yeah.
also why I'm not doing random shit now, doing this job and this. Like they asked me, do you want to do this in 10 years? But no, this is really fun. I'm earning good money, and they were like, but you have this trajectory. This is gonna look amazing for your career. I'm like, I'm not interested.
Yeah, yeah.
Like for me, it's a personal journey. I want to learn more about myself.
Yeah.
I want to try things, and but I love this idea of having spots different side of the world where I kind of long for the day when I stopped exploring as much new stuff and I start enjoying the things I've already explored.
I like that.
Like you say, with you have like you're exploring now, you're traveling, you're seeing places, but once you put up your hubs, you'll just be enjoying your hubs, and maybe once a year you do something new, rather than now when it's like 10 new things every year. It's like,
You're right.
and I have this dream of having my. Okay, I love climbing. I would love to have a climbing gym here in Vietnam. Just one, small, but just a hub, and doesn't have to. My goal isn't that really to make money. It's just that it would be amazing if it didn't lose money.
Yeah.
It would just be always there, and it's growing on itself.
And the relationships you're going to gain out of it, I think that's the value. And that's what I've seen with people that maybe do an alcohol brand or they do a small brewery in America.
Yeah.
Their goal isn't to make a large sum of money or any money at all, but
Yeah.
it's to bring people together.
Yeah.
I used to be more into wine. I had a couple wine clubs I would go to.
Yeah.
And then it seems like a transition of people that go to the wine club, they really love wine, but they really love their friends, so they're going to start making their own wine.
Yeah.
And then it's like, that's like, hey, like, this is a sharing thing.
Yeah.
And then some people obviously do it really well and make lots of money.
Yeah.
But, you know, people are looking for hobbies.
Yeah.
And I know what I like to do, and I do it. My question now for myself in the next 2 to 5 years is, what do I want to continue doing for a longer time? Because right now I'm enjoying it.
Yeah.
Well, like, what am I going to do 20 years, 30 years? And I've experienced 80% of what life has to offer. I tell my friends this all the time, like, if I died right now, I've lived really well.
Yeah.
I've experienced so many things that some people will never get experience, and I'm pretty happy at.
Yeah.
But there's that weird thing in you where you're like, I need more, right? And I'm trying to stop
I
that.
think that comes with their.
Yeah.
Of course, everyone has like struggles, and
You know what I mean?
the more years I've had,
Yeah.
I wouldn't trade my life with anyone. I think I have the best life.
Yeah.
And I hope more people felt like that. But it's also this, the more I experience, especially now, is that, yeah, I would die happy because I've done a lot. I've done a shit ton, and everything
yeah.
I've done, of course, I have some hurts and some amazing tops, but it's tops and lows. But the more I experience, the more I feel like, fuck, I don't want to lose it.
Yeah.
Because like
It's weird.
yeah, it's like this, like, yeah, I would feel happy to die, but I would feel the most afraid. The more I live, the more afraid I am of dying, because I feel like, shit, I have all these friends, I want to meet them tomorrow.
It's beautiful. You've said that, and I resonate with that heavily. I think that's one reason why I moved to Vietnam. I was experiencing regret because I promised my grandmother I'd at least spend 6 months here before her death. But now, the older I get, that little thing, death.
Yeah.
My name's Vince, and I used to think I was invincible.
Yeah.
But now, the older I get, I'm like, oh, it's not that far away. 20 years, 30 years, 40 years. It could come by really fast, and I need to enjoy it, because if I don't stay in the moment, I'm gonna live with regret. I'm gonna live with unhappiness.
Yeah.
It was slowly getting into me. I'd have nights in America, I'm sleeping, or I'm trying to sleep, and I'm thinking like, dude, I am not where I want to be. But in these last 2 years,
It is ain't
Now
that a
it's
beautiful
different.
realization of you actually being there and being like, shit, no, I'm not this is not right.
Exactly.
It feels like an epiphany, and it's
Yes.
yeah, it's like yeah, I know, not what I want to do, but I know it's not this. So just keep trying, and like I do. My time in Vietnam has been me trying new things. Like I tried being more like doing more social media content, and on this trip I tried to record a lot more. The first trips I made, like I mean, the first trip I ever did, I had in total of like maybe 4 photos on my phone, and there were on menus. And then I had in total maybe I think I had around 40 photos on my old like film camera from the first trip, and that's like nothing. The second trip I had like maybe a couple of like light videos, and then I had 100 like on this film. And this trip I took a lot of videos, and I also learned like I hate recording. I think the camera ruins moments so much.
You
So
got to do it though.
so most families, especially like when it's very genuine and very wholesome, I don't want to pick up a camera and put
Yeah.
it up. And also why I come like for I started a series on Instagram, and I started posting on YouTube, which is basically just hi mom, a little update. Because I did that last year, but with Snapchat, I just updated like said like did a story, like an Instagram story that was from my mom and close friends, and it was basically to mom, and it was me posting like, oh, I'm here now, I'm here there, that little update on life. Um, but why I really like that Hi Mom series is I could put up the camera and film the family I'm with and say like, we're gonna tell a message to my mom. And the point is not to record you guys. The point is for me to say, hi, this is where I am, and then it doesn't take away from the moment.
Yeah.
While if I just have a camera on or a GoPro, it ruins it.
I know what you mean.
And I do like editing. I've learned that, but I don't like recording.
I
And
think you're experiencing success in what you're doing. I wonder, where do you need to be where with this to continue it? Because I see the energy, and it's fragile to some sense. Like, are you able? Where if it never grows, it
Yeah.
stops right here. But you
Yeah.
could continue making the content.
yeah,
Are you happy with that? You know what I mean?
to some degree, and that's the thing I have tested out. I know, like, oh, I'm not gonna be a travel vlogger. I would hate that.
Okay.
No, because it ruins the moments for me too much. I like the personal interactions. And then I tried the photography. I've done a lot, even in Sweden. And why I still like that a lot, even if you're with a family, is because the camera it looks old, it looks very unique, it almost looks interesting. So like I'd say the best example when you're at a party, like if you're at a party, your family like a house party, and someone comes up and does this to your face, you'd be like fuck off.
Yeah, yeah. It's abrasive.
Yeah, and but if someone has a digital camera, like a proper camera, you would still say fuck off, but the photo might be good because they look a bit professional. Yeah,
Yeah,
the film
you
is
have.
awkward.
I see where you're coming from.
But if I bring up this old, weird-looking film camera with a big flash, and you see it's run down, it's like, oh, what is that?
Okay.
It's interesting.
Yeah, yeah, I
Let's
know what you're
gather,
saying.
like it adds to the moment rather than take away.
You have a good emotional intelligence.
So it would be, thank you, and I could take that up and take photos of friends, families, parties, and it wouldn't take away from it. And that I still love a lot.
Yeah.
The podcast is the content so far I made. I feel like I could do forever because I don't like going to a bar when it's 10 people going around. It's too much talk for me, and I get silent when people are already talking because I just enjoy listening. But when it's quiet, then I start talking. Or if I like a conversation, I like it like this.
Yeah.
Because I want to hear you. I want to get to
Yeah.
know you, and I want to have the time to actually have a conversation. The podcast unlocks time, but also a personal moment. And because I tug it away a little bit, the camera as well, it forgets. Now you're very natural in the camera, but every guest I've had so far on the podcast, I'd say except Peter, haven't been like they're not used to being on camera.
This is my third one.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's good.
I've enjoyed it.
Yeah,
I've done one where he didn't post it because there's the thing is, there's a lot of guys that come out here, guys and gals,
Yeah.
that want to do YouTube, and that's where my question comes from. It's like, hey, what does this need to be for you?
Yeah.
And the people come here with the intent of, I want to make money, and that's like, ooh, I'm not going to be your guide here, but I'm going to tell you I haven't seen much success in it. I'll support you.
Yeah.
And that's where I'm at with you too. Like I'm showing you a kindness in my way. I'm like, hey, I would love to be on there and support you. And I want to see you grow.
No, I
Yeah.
love the reaction of me asking you, and you're like, yeah, definitely.
It doesn't matter if I look silly or anything. Use the content anyway.
Yeah.
As long as you're happy, and I want to see you again.
Yeah, of course.
I want to see you succeed.
Thank you. I hope I'll reach the right people to find it interesting,
Yeah.
and I want to have it unique. Like, there's so many podcasts,
Yeah.
but I do think this is a unique way of it. It's like I bring it down to a personal level, remove the fancy equipment. I mean, we were recording on my old iPhone, who stick together with a Tic Tac box because I couldn't manage.
That's all it needs, dude.
Yeah.
We're going to look back at it and say, oh my gosh.
That's a setup.
Yeah. Honestly,
Yeah.
I mean, think about 30 years ago. This would be the future. This is
Yeah.
the future. And I love that you're trying, even with what. That's the beauty, right? That's the. I don't have much, but I'm making it work.
Yeah.
And when you do get to a certain level and you have a better camera, you have a better setup, whatever
Yeah.
it may be, you're gonna look back and be like, dude, like I just made it work.
Yeah.
And even if it doesn't get to a certain spot that you want to,
Yeah.
you're gonna be like, hey, I did it, I tried it, you learned from it,
Yeah.
you know editing, you know how to be personable.
Yeah.
You've met a lot of people.
Yes.
I could go, the list goes on and on, the positives. And I hope that's what you see, the positives of this.
Yeah, and also like it's what I see, and what also what I want to have people who like are on their way up,
Yeah.
and it's the people I have on that are awkward, like they don't feel like they're like a camera and a conversation. Are we even gonna talk? It's gonna be like 5 minutes. I'm like, the point of this podcast is like, if it is 5 minutes and how us just drinking coffee and say like, this is enough, that's okay. It's a
Yeah.
part of it. And if you seriously don't like it, I'll delete it. I don't mind. Like if you're not comfortable, yeah, of course. But I think I can make you comfortable, bro.
Yeah.
And
That's a skill.
yes, but
Skill.
so far, like everyone who has said that, they were like, oh, I'm a bit like, if on camera, after 5 minutes, it's just let go and they feel natural. And like afterwards, it's been like, oh, that felt so good. I didn't know I could feel comfortable doing this. And like Jimmy is a good example. I think that podcast was really good. I made a few like where I made it stale, or I talked too much about Hitler, or like dumb mistakes.
Yeah.
But
That's
it
so
is-
crazy you just brought up Hitler.
yeah.
I was just talking about him the other day too. So weird. I think weird content out here.
But it's in your genes. You're German.
Maybe. I've been looking at flights and everything a lot. No, but a lot of the content here in outside of America is different. News, politics, obviously,
Yeah.
and I see the world in a different light. And I totally agree with what you were saying, where people think Americans are a little bit dumber, fatter, whatever it may be.
Yeah.
Well, the content out there doesn't put America in good light. And then when you do meet some tourists, they're like, ooh. But at the end of the day, I think that content is a very small matter of what is America, what is Sweden, what is the West.
Yeah.
We all have the same problems in just a different little flavor.
Yeah, definitely. And it's also like you have to respect the scales.
Yeah.
Like managing 300 million people is way more difficult than managing 10 million people.
Thank you. That's why COVID was such a different thing. Yeah.
Yeah, and like our
People handled it better than America, I agree. But we had 300 million souls.
Yeah.
And I bet 25 plus different religions.
Yeah.
And then, what are you going to tell? Like, hey, you should not go to this thing because of this. And it's like, that's my religion. I'm like, hey, nah,
Yeah.
never mind, you're good.
And like so like Jimmy afterwards, I talked with him because I had this little spot in mind where we could walk close to his home, and like we sit here.
Yeah.
And I said like, to make it feel more comfortable, like we'll talk for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, whatever feels like it's gonna be. And I said like, if we talk for 2 hours, we talk for 2 hours. And it's like, yeah, never 2 hours. Like it's like that would be insane. And that podcast was almost 2 hours.
Oh, I believe it.
And we didn't feel like because I had a timer on, and like we're gonna go to run now to join Hamtroy, the running club. We have to go. And like shit, we can talk. Yeah, we can talk more. There's always more. And like even if you don't feel like you are very talkative. There's so much about the average Joe than you can see, because everyone has their own little personal stories and their hardships, and like we haven't really gotten into your. I'm very curious with um, the real estate you have, and I heard a little bit about it. Have you like brought that up?
Yeah, I try to be outspoken about it a little bit because it's kind of like my marketing, right? Like, hey, I do this. Do you do this too? And maybe it's more of an American thing because Americans go off titles, assets, what school you went to,
Yeah,
and they're hoping for a connection.
yeah,
Sometimes it's just like, what state are you from? Like California. And they're like, oh, California. And like, then you've created connection, right?
yeah,
The real estate for me was learned from other men that do it better than I do still.
hmm
But it came from a place of like I was working my first couple years. I worked in banking, and all these high net worth individuals, I could tell you, own real estate.
yeah,
There's people out there where, some mid 30s guy has tens of millions, hundreds of millions of dollars, and you're like, you could ask him like, hey, dude, how'd you make all your millions?
yeah,
And he's like, my dad bought this apartment complex, 130 units over in Tennessee, and it was paid off. And every month I get 140 grand. And then you're like, 140 grand, so like your expenses are like, this is just 140 grand, like every month. And then that's why they come to the banking world where it's like, I got 140 grand, let's turn this 140 grand into something else.
yeah.
And then they buy more assets. They put it in the stock market.
And money's a tool, not a yeah.
And you only need so much as an individual. And I think that's what you and I can see living here. You're like, okay, you don't need that much.
Yeah.
So just think if you can lower your expenses, and the sky's the limit on how much money you can make. The number's unlimited, right? The lowest number is 0. The highest number is a bit infinity.
Yeah,
And I think that's what I learned early on. And I would want, as a banker, I was like, hey, I want to know these people, like, motivated to talk to them through money.
Yeah.
But these people that are influential or have money, they can see right through that. They're like, dude, are you gonna be my banker? And like, stop asking. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's like
Yeah.
questions became too personal, and that was unprofessional of me, right?
Yeah.
So what I did was like go on YouTube, and then from YouTube I found other websites,
Yeah.
and from there I'm just outspoken, Reddit, bigger pockets. I'm like, hey, I do real estate. I want to do real estate. What do I do? Boop, boop, boop. And what happened is I met up with an old college buddy. He moved across the country to Atlanta, Georgia. And he was like, I'm thinking about buying a house. And I was like, dude, I'm buying a house. I'm in California. That's crazy. How are you going to do that? He's like, dude, a house is like 150 grand. I'm like, 150 grand? I make 100. Right? I could buy a house. And he's like, yeah, come out here. Went out there. I bought my first property with him.
yeah,
And then from there, bought a couple more, sold one. And then I've been doing it for 7 years.
yeah,
And then when you look at the math, and inflation is such a big thing, and this is where I enjoy finance. Inflation is bad for people that hold cash.
yeah,
But when you hold assets, assets rise in value.
yeah,
So that's why people buy gold and silver and such. They want to hedge inflation. Gold being up really high right now isn't saying that gold's a good investment. It's showing how much inflation there is,
yeah,
in my opinion. So real estate, physical assets, equities.
yeah.
These tools are how wealthy individuals, or even the average Joe, can ensure that they can produce a lifestyle.
Yeah, and like you having the advantage now. Like if you have, like, say, I would love to. I see things I would invest in, but I don't have any. I have no capital. To
Credit is the big thing, and I'm big. I shared a little bit with credit, and
Yeah.
that's what I think I'm doing, something along the lines of Bangkok.
Yeah.
Bangkok has a condo surplus.
Yeah,
And I was there for a short time, but I saw many condos.
Yeah.
25,000 US dollars is the low for basically a hotel room,
Yeah.
but you own it.
yeah,
And then obviously the sky's the limit, but I think for $100,000 you can get a very nice 3-bedroom, 2-bath.
Yeah.
Maybe not in the dead center of Bangkok, but a little bit outskirts. But there's trains, and they're building the infrastructure.
yeah,
And I think you need to park your money somewhere. Is that the right asset? I do not know.
yeah,
But I am looking at it, and I am pursuing it, and I have agents and brokers, and I'm trying, much
Yeah.
like you are with your podcast.
yeah,
And when you start writing things down and you start looking at the numbers, you're like, I should just it sounds crazy, but I should just risk $50,000.
But
You know, it's a small investment in the grand scheme of things.
yeah, you have to risk it.
Because if you hold something for 20 years, and this is where a lot of Western countries experience this, my family, other people's family, they're millionaires now, not because they were ultra smart. They just went to work and they saved a
Yeah.
little bit of money. Their property, Californians are rich because they bought in the 80s and 90s
Yeah,
for less than $100,000, and now everything's over $1.5 million.
yeah,
And that is scary because think about those individuals over there. $1 million is just their house. Now you come over here, if you got $1 million, you feel like a baller. And now we have people that are trillionaires. So now, what is being rich? And I don't want to be rich, but I just want to have enough assets where I don't have to work for someone else.
yeah.
And right now, I'm at a sweet spot. It feels good. And I'm always looking at opportunities, speaking with people. And I think that's
Yeah.
what the value you can get out of this, meeting me or others, just seeing how we're ensuring our lifestyle. How do I
Yeah.
solidify my lifestyle? Because that's what I want. I want to
Yeah.
ensure that I can do what I like for the rest of my life.
Yeah,
And I think real estate is a good asset class
yeah.
for me.
And also, you can find different goals. Like I know my goal is, I also grew up in a, you have the luxury, if you grew up with around money, like, not that my dad is rich or my family is rich. I would say my dad comes more, my overall family comes more from a lesser household, like lower middle class. But I've seen the transition from having this car that cost $500 or was traded from something else to having brand new BMWs, seen in that transition of having also the small little boat in the beginning that we loved so much to having this bigger boats.
Yeah.
Like seeing that transition, I have the luxury of feeling that I don't, like, money is not that important. I see money as a tool, and so do you. You don't see like money is that important to survive. Money is like,
Yeah.
oh no, it's something I spend to gain experiences, gain a parts of life, see life.
Yeah. How to ensure my safety too.
Yes.
I want I want a roof over my head. I want food to eat.
Yeah.
And I think, the more you travel, the more you see it. It doesn't cost that much to live. And there's so
No.
many opportunities everywhere.
Yeah.
The question is what you're going to do. I love that you grew up in lower middle class or maybe working class, some would say, and now you have this mentality. I'm going to say you're unique in the sense that a lot of people don't have this mentality. Some people get stuck in the negative. And I'm working class. The upper class is pushing me down. There's no opportunities for me.
Yeah.
I'm in a Western country and I still can't. But you have said, hey, I see this. I don't like that route. I'm going to take the path less taken. What was your, you said epiphany. I don't think it's an epiphany for a lot. I think it's a little scratch in your brain. A little, and then it grows. It's kind of like a wound.
I mean, it's this journey of finding yourself and finding the value of life. What do you value?
Yeah.
And like, would I be happy with a Ferrari? Would I be? But I know now, like, I would have more joy if I had a Ferrari or I had more money, because I would be able to share with more people. But I wouldn't be happier.
Yeah.
My happiness has come from having nice things. Of course, buying a jet ski brings you joy. But
Yeah, no, I've never seen anyone sad on a jet ski.
exactly. So it brings you joy, but it doesn't.
But maintaining the jet ski sucks.
Yeah, same for fucking boats.
Yeah. owning assets, that's the other side of this. I'll tell you this. Dealing with the headaches of them. There's always little things. And to some degree, their own little prisons. And when they get bad,
Yeah.
they feel it can be a prison. And you're like, oh, I'm dreading the moments of having this call, having this conversation, dealing with this asset.
Yeah.
So that's the negative side of owning things. And cars, boats are those things too.
It is also to the point where, like, what I said with having houses and companies or like different things in different countries,
Yeah.
I don't want them to have a headache there. I want them to, if you want something to grow, you want to create something, then it's like, if it's pressure on it has to succeed
Yeah.
for you to feel happy, or it has to succeed. But if I had $1 billion, I would still open up this little small climbing place in a rural town. And if I had $1 billion, I would just make it free. Like, come and climb, have it fun. If you want to pay for anything, yeah, you can pay this little box. you can put in money and that goes directly for like the people here who maintain it and everything.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I already pay them.
You should build a system to make it last sustainably.
Yes, and like if I, because I don't believe being a billionaire is a good thing, but if you get along the way and you're actually rich, I would just have a place that would, I want, like I said, I want it to run by itself.
Yeah.
Even if it just lost just a little bit of money that are like me having a coffee, then I would be fine with that.
I see what you're saying.
And-
I don't mind billionaires, trillionaires. I like the idea. It gives
Yeah.
me hope.
Yeah.
And I like to think that things in my life are not wholly done by me.
Yeah.
People say a higher power.
Yeah.
I agree. Like, yeah, there is a higher power. It could be a god.
Yeah.
But I like to think that, especially in the West, there's people that did really great things for the economy.
Yeah.
And I benefited from them for infrastructure, education.
Yeah.
Because I have a immigrant background, right? My mother's Vietnamese, right?
Yeah.
Coming here after the American War / Vietnam War. And we see this country, right? It's like they're starting to get some infrastructure, but
Yeah.
America already had all those things. They
Yeah.
gave me an education.
Yeah.
I ran, track and field in college. It was a scholarship.
Yeah.
Someone put up the money for me to run track.
Yeah.
Here, they don't have those things, right?
No.
And we stand on shoulders of greater men and women that have taken sacrifice, investment, and I appreciate them. And I think that's where I think the higher power is. And
Yeah.
I only hope the billionaires and the trillionaires
Yeah.
and even the millionaires, they do positive change for the world.
Yeah.
Contribute to the economy, and I try to do the same myself.
Yeah.
I'm nowhere wealthy,
No.
but I figured that out to some degree. What makes me happy.
Yeah.
But dude, you being a billionaire, I feel like, dude, I think you changed a little bit. I could feel it. You just
Yeah.
went from 1 climbing gym to 3. I think you do 30. You make it a
No,
movement.
I would definitely open one in every country.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but they
I
would
can
all-
feel that from you.
They would always have the same principle of being true to itself and finding, like, because, yeah, of course you enjoy nice things. I know, I like a Ferrari. They're fucking beautiful and like.
I like looking at one.
Yeah, and like, it's, and I also don't like. I wouldn't say like billionaires in overall is bad. No, I do find it weird that it's such a contrast.
It is.
Especially coming from Sweden, where we have a very strong middle class, and we don't really have that clash of. Of course, we have a few very rich people, but you don't feel it as much. But it's also why I think they're, like you said, they're very important because they're also role models in themselves. It's like why it's so important to have an Michael B. Jordan as a role model. It's like, of course, you have to have the top dog to be the example.
We need to look at somebody.
Yeah.
Humans are looking at somebody. It could be Jesus. It could be Allah. It could
Yeah.
be a famous person. But for some reason, us humans, we need to see it
Yeah.
to believe it, almost.
Who would you? I don't remember where I heard it, but it's the saying of you should never take advice for someone who you don't want to be.
Oh, I've heard that, yeah. And that's why I touched on that lightly with when you take advice from other people, they don't know your past, they don't know who you are, they don't know they may be looking at you, and my advice to you would not hit as hard as someone, like, even if you wanted to be me.
Yeah.
You would need to find almost someone that looks like you, feels like you, same background, and then they give you advice. And then here's the crazy part, time. The time they did it is not the same time you did it. Because I talked to my father and his friends, and I'm like, dude, you guys came from the largest bull market in real estate history. You guys were just working, and then you bought houses, and they were cheap. I'm out here doing creative financing, borrowing from a credit card, taking heavy loans, and I'm putting up not 50 to 100 grand, I'm putting up 400 to 600,000.
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, times changed. How could I take advice from even my own father?
Yeah.
Because he was just being lucky.
Yeah.
And that's what I think the beauty of life is, being lucky.
Yeah.
So, hopefully it's financially lucky, but I get lucky in terms of love, friendship,
Yeah.
food, walking into a place and I'm like, oh, I'm
Same.
just gonna get a
Yeah.
bowl of pho. And I'm like, wow, best bowl of pho I've ever had.
Yeah.
And I get lucky. And I think in Vietnam, I get lucky more often than I got lucky in the US.
I think luck, I feel also like super lucky, but I
Yeah.
also think it's also like we always see opportunities.
Yes.
We see that there's a spot missing in that seat. I can try to sit there.
Okay.
And someone is talking when you see a stranger. Oh, that looks interesting. I can talk. We have more opportunities to be lucky.
Yeah.
Because we take those chances.
Yeah.
But also like today you with your comparison with your father, like he was lucky with like yeah, he just bought a house and now it's 10 times or 100 times what it
Yeah, I
used
bought
to be
multiple
valued.
houses.
Yeah, and
It was just cheap back then.
yeah, and like it's the same for like same in Sweden, same vibe there. Like someone bought the house 10 years ago, it's 10 times the value now.
Same thing for my house in Atlanta. It wasn't in my local market, and I
Yeah.
had to keep talking to people.
Yeah.
They're like, they're 150 grand. You can't buy a house in Atlanta in my area for less than 400.
Yeah,
So you can see where my numbers are. You see
Yeah.
what I'm saying? And I'm like, dang, dude, I got lucky.
yeah.
Yeah.
But also, it's also way. So I feel people don't really grasp the concept, and maybe I'm wrong, but what I think is people say that they have less opportunity or that it's harder life today than it was 20, 30 years ago when the houses, like the example with houses.
Different things are better now.
I would, for me, to like pinpoint that, I kind of say like now you have way more opportunities. It's so much easier for you to start a company in a niche, or like it's so much easier. Like for example, if you want to do real estate, it's so much easier for you to take a loan and do those things. It's so much easier for you. Or you want to start selling photos. So much. If you want to open a shop and sell wine, they'll take a day for you to set that up.
Yeah.
So it's way easier. You have way more opportunities today, but it's also way harder because it's like you have to really stick out. And like if you get an apartment, I wouldn't really get in. Like that's a difficult subject for me to get in because I'm not as knowledgeable in that one. But like,
It's
if
a
you
risk.
like say if you wanted to sell gold,
Yeah.
if you did that 50 years ago, you didn't have that many competitors.
Maybe. I know. I see your point. I see your point. I mean, opportunity of the West has given me a different perspective. I'll tell you, I can't speak on the gold market. I don't like to talk about things I don't know.
Yeah,
But I can tell you about
say
how
real
I'm
estate.
funding the property.
Yeah,
In America, there's credit cards. I've shared
Yeah.
with this. I have a credit card right here in my wallet
Yeah.
for 50 grand. They just gave me a balance transfer promotion. They say, hey, for 15 months, you get to pay no interest, but you have to pay 4% up front. I said, okay, well, what can I buy for 50 grand? There's a condo. It could be a car, and I start renting the car. You see what I'm saying here?
Yeah.
And then no interest, 15 months. What's the market going to look like in 15 months?
Yeah.
It may not move that much. But the thing is, you can invest it in the S&P 500.
yeah,
S&P 500 is known to go up 8% a year.
yeah,
So 8% minus 4%, I made 4% profit doing nothing.
Yeah.
And I think that's where the ultra wealthy, they have the advantage of borrowing money.
yeah,
The Western countries, and it sounds like in Sweden not so much, but you're getting there. But you could open it. I could open this wine business we just talked
Yeah.
about. But how I'm financing my next property purchase
Yeah.
is balance transfer on a credit card.
Yeah.
The risk is this. In 14, 15, 16 months, I'm going to owe interest. It's going to
Yeah.
be at 22%. How do I pay it off? Do I sell the property?
yeah,
Hopefully, what if I bought the property and it goes to 70,000? Bam.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? These numbers.
yeah,
That's what I know. So now I'm looking for those opportunities with buying computer parts. I bought some DRAM for $22,000. Sold it for 30.
yeah,
Quick money.
yeah,
But the thing is, it's the opportunity present right now. And if there's anything I could share to you, which I think can stick, is the opportunities that you see in front of you,
Thank you.
you should understand more and see how you can accomplish them. Because people get opportunities and then they say, I can't do it.
Yeah,
I've heard it a little bit with you on maybe the gold thing, right? Let's just say you know something about gold that I don't know.
yeah,
Understand it, pursue it, and figure out how to finance it or find people to do it.
yeah,
For the crane thing, I know a guy named Simon. Simon knows how to build websites. That's my value. I know the guy. I'm
Yeah.
gonna maybe put some money into it.
yeah,
And don't be afraid to fail. Because what happens? I spent some money, I fail, I wasted some time.
yeah,
I'll take the information and put it in the next thing. Maybe I don't broker cranes, but maybe I broker I don't know, gold, right?
Yeah.
You need to learn how those things, because a lot of things share similar systems.
Like you said, no, you have gotten to the point where you have this amount of money where you can start trying, and
Exactly.
you can also start as long as you get out of this survival mode, which is the most difficult thing to get out of.
Yeah.
But once you're out of this survival mode, you can start to invest, even if that was like be $10, but $10 turns into $15, and $15 turns into 20, then 20 to 50, and you're doing now. I find it really cool though, because you're a really example of that expansion, of that also the multiply, how you multiply everything all the time.
Yeah.
So like last year's profits were $20,000. This year's profit is 50,000. But because you have 50,000, you're just gonna increase by another 40%.
Yeah.
But it's still gonna be a lot more, double than last year, because 40% of this money is a lot more than,
Compounding.
yeah, compounding is the word.
And I think that's where people do really well in equities, stock market, and they have compounding assets, and that's why they do ETFs. And you and me being out here, we're not working regular jobs. So I think that's where we have to find the projects, find the individual opportunities, and then really capture them. And I think what you're doing right here, you may be seeing opportunities that I'm not seeing. And I would love to learn more if you run into some, I run into people all the time. Hey, I'm starting an AI startup.
Yeah.
I get to know it, and I know enough about AI where I'm like, oh, this guy's just using an AI wrapper.
Yeah.
And he's gonna he might find one or two customers for it, but then it's not gonna work.
Yeah.
I can't invest in that.
No.
But you're right. I am at a critical mass with my money,
Yeah.
where I'm finding opportunities how to use my money.
Yeah.
But that's a lazy approach. You're a creator. You're creating opportunity.
Yeah.
I could see you easily going into a niche where you're like, hey, I could take this podcast and now I can market products.
Yeah.
Invest in me. Give me $10,000 to start pushing your product.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've been seeing a lot of the live stream services here in Vietnam,
Yeah.
but the Chinese are coming in and they're getting local Vietnamese people and they say, hey, we want you to do OnlyFans, or we want you to do e-commerce.
Yeah.
And they sit there and they're like, hey, we got these cups, Shopee sale. And then they're doing it and they're making crazy money.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, like, these are the opportunities that I see, and then I'm like, okay, could I do those? And I'm gonna tell you, that's not me.
Yeah.
I don't have that skill set. But for you, I see you having that skill set because you're getting this experience.
Yeah.
Maybe it's not a podcast, but maybe it's a marketing company, a remarketing company, a reseller company. I don't know. But it's something hard to advise on because I'm not you, and I don't know what you want to do.
That's why I'm doing this. I'm trying to figure that out.
Yeah.
I have like, I'm quite happy that I have like a sort of a dream where I wanna get going and kind of where I wanted to land. I had this mindset of still being a fireman. I think even if I was a billionaire, I'd still train myself to be a fireman.
Yeah.
Um,
Why be a fireman? Is it too tough to answer? Should we not get into it?
No, it's not really too tough to answer. I think even since I was a kid, I always liked the job as a fireman, police, ambulance, working in ambulance, like hospital, caring for people and helping and like being there.
Yeah.
And I have always thought of which route I kind of wanted to go and what I want to do. The only mindset I've always had, I want to be in one of those roles that can actually make a difference. Why a fireman is, I felt most like it, and also the chores, how they work, feels most like me. Where a police, you're supposed to. I find it difficult to explain, but you have to stand this ground of you can't overdo something. You have this. It feels like there's more eyes on you. You have for police, you have a lot of tasks. You have to help them. Exactly. You can't overstep. You can't do too much. You're American, so you might not understand the point where I'm getting at, because you have
I have a different idea of the police. Yeah.
Yeah. So I love the police in Sweden.
Well, I don't mind them.
Yeah.
They're a tool.
Yeah, but in America, it's very different from most places. And
the police are great when you can use them as the tool, but when they're the tool used against you, they're a hard hammer.
Yeah. So like in Sweden, they're not a tool against you.
Yeah.
They're for you. So I would go to the point where I would protect a police with my life.
Yeah.
But I also know that they would protect me.
Oh yeah, I mean they're people too, and it's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard because I've been on both sides of the law where they've supported me in certain tasks. Now
Yeah.
I'm like, thank God you're here. And then I've been on the other side where they're like giving me a ticket or something. I'm like, dude, you're
Yeah.
ruining my day. But I see the value. You want to help people, and I wonder how you could adjacently help them without having to go through. There seems like in America at least, there's a ritual or a tradition
Yeah.
of you have to go through a lot of bad to do the job.
Yeah.
Training, certificates, academy, having a certain personality, being a certain person.
So for firemen, it's a bit like also it's an easier education.
Yeah.
It's definitely a bit more, I'd say, more physical in that way.
Yeah.
Um,
But it's a barrier to entry.
yeah, but also why I'm not doing it now, because I know that that's also a profession where you go into, you stay for a long time.
Yeah.
And also it's a profession in Sweden where you should have 2 jobs. So most firemen are, because you work like 2 weeks straight on and 2 weeks off.
Okay, like Americans.
Like, yeah, it's a little bit like.
but they get paid
like,
handsomely.
on off. They won't. They'll go. Well, that's why also like a lot of firemen have 2 jobs. It's like they want a little bit more extra pay. But also that's why I'm now trying different businesses, different ideas. It's like I'm finding the thing I want to have at the joint, and like in a dream view, I would be a fireman, and I would have this business on the side that makes like provides for everything. Like so, the money I make from fireman is just an extra cash, like coffee money.
Okay. Coffee money.
Yeah, and
But you still get to do what you want to do, which is help people. Save people almost.
yes,
Yeah.
and it's like I want one business that is like there's no face to it, like
Faceless.
It's faceless, and it's automatic, like it's real estate.
Okay.
It's flowing.
It
and
works.
It's less energy, and then I want hobbies and stuff like this that are no, they're not a source of income. They're a source of joy.
I know what you want. I hear you.
And it's kind of what I want to accomplish, and why I think I can do that later in life. I kind of view my father as an example. Like he played music and was a musician until he basically got me.
Oh.
So he's still a musician afterwards, but of course he maybe felt like he had to get a real job or something.
I think we talked about it, right? You have to give up and you start doing things for the children.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's a beautiful. I love it.
Yeah, and now he loves it. Like if he's worked within the commune, the state, the first years, and then he created his business. So like, yeah, I want to do a different path. Sold that, did a new company, sold that, did a new company, and now he still works with that, and has gone this route. But I have him as an example of he didn't study at all. Basically, he just focused on music. He spent all his money, all his time on music, and
What a passion.
yeah, like all passion, and he didn't, because now I'd say most people view him as very successful. Like he sold companies, he has a nice house, nice car. Like he's viewed as being a successful person. He's also very happy.
Okay, I know the other side of the coin. I can feel it. You had to give up your passion.
Yeah, but no, there's no other side because he still has his passion. Like while working that other time.
Oh, he still did the music.
Yeah, and it's like he didn't go study for 3 years. He studied for a year to being within IT.
Ah.
And then he always has done music on the side, and sometimes it's like, oh no, I have more off time. I'm mostly music, and he's still like, so into hobby. So, like music, like our house, our basement, were always a studio. So instead of being like I have to go to the studio, it's like no, the studio's in the house. So he comes home from work and just goes down and have the band come over and play. It's like he found a good rhythm for it. But,
okay, yeah, never mind. I thought I knew, but I don't.
Yeah, and like why I view him as the like my example because he did this thing, and I don't have that one passion. I have a lot of things I want to try out.
Yeah.
But he got me when he was 30, and it's kind of what I view in my head when I'm like a bit of, like around 30 or a little bit above.
Yeah, we're getting there.
Is where I want to be, like settle down and not settle down, but become a fireman and do that. And everything before is just me trying things. I want to try as much. I'm taking the ages between 20 and 30 to try as many paths as I can take because it has less consequence. I fucked up so many things. Like I tried things I didn't know I thought would work but didn't. and then I have to let that go.
It's the beauty of being young, right?
Yeah, and like, but if you're doing that when you're 40, you can do some risky things. But if you have a family, you can't risk too much.
Or you have to sacrifice them.
Yeah, which you probably don't want to do.
Not many, but
No.
people do, right? And we've heard so. There's the question is how you want to live your life, and I'm learning about you, and that's not you. You wouldn't do that.
No, I wouldn't like if I
Yeah.
had a family, definitely like first of all providing, and then second, if I have time over, yeah, I'll try to achieve a different dream. But first, it's just like I never want to have someone go without food or feel like they can't order what they want on the menu.
Yeah, especially if you brought them into the world.
Yeah,
Yeah. Like, oh, dang, I invited you to this place and I can't even take you out. Oh, my bad.
yeah,
But that's also another story that people have when they're working class. That was more my father's story, where he was always working, and then you know he couldn't afford things, and he still had to work. Couldn't
Yeah.
afford things, but had to work. Because
Yeah.
if you didn't work, then you'd be on the street.
yeah,
And then but the thing is, I don't know if it was an issue on him on like not wanting to pay for things or saying he couldn't afford it, because we owned a house.
yeah,
He had a stable job.
yeah.
But then, like, when it came to like college and other things, it's like, that's on you, buddy. So
Yeah.
that's why I ran track. I went to college early.
Yeah.
I went to community college at 16.
Okay.
I graduated with my bachelor's at 19. And I missed out on a lot of opportunities, mostly because my father told me he wouldn't help me. But I also respect him, and I understand that, like, hey, I'm appreciative. He put me in a different track than everybody else.
Yeah, but yeah, I think like even though of course you want to treat your kid as this prince or princess, you want to give them everything.
Not smart.
No,
I hated my dad for a long time, but now I'm here,
Yeah.
and he's like, see, where's everyone else at? And I'm like,
Yeah.
they're working.
and you also you find a deep. I think you also find like a slightly deeper love also.
Yeah.
For like if you have money, it's very difficult to say no and be like no, you can't manage that. It's too, and wouldn't really grasp of it, but like if you were to compare your friends, I know every close friend I have has gone through some shit.
I mean, we all do, right?
Yeah, but you also like those friends I avoided, like they grew up middle class. I think our middle class is a bit different. We have a little cultural difference, but
Yeah, I think you guys have more social programs.
yeah, but like I meet a lot of people that are like they haven't really gone through any shit, and they're so fucking boring.
Yeah, I know what you're
They're
saying.
still a person I can still enjoy my time with them, but I wouldn't be like, oh yeah, no, let's meet here, let's keep meeting and keep having fun, let's keep climbing. Like, no, I know that they've gone through some shit. They have lost a father early. They have maybe not the best relationship when they were young, or they lost an arm, or whatever. Like they have some struggles. Of course, everyone has struggles. But
Emotional,
it's
physical, I know.
it's different. Even a millionaire is struggling.
That's what I'm saying. Even the millionaires in America are struggling. They just have a different set of problems. I mean, they abuse drugs. They're unhappy.
Yeah.
Like, what's the point of having money and then you're unhappy with your life?
Yes.
I'd rather give up the money,
Yes.
or at least the opportunity to it, and that's why I'm here.
Yeah.
But I totally understand what you're saying. Like, you enjoy people that have gone through the struggle, and I think that's very normal too, right? Because people that don't have any issues with life,
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm slowly getting better at the thought process, but it's like, hey, you haven't struggled. It's not fair that you haven't struggled. But then it's like, why do you have to struggle?
No, I wish
Yeah.
that, like me, I haven't struggled.
Yeah.
No, so like, I see them like all the big struggles I've had in my life comes from me doing things.
Yeah,
Comes
yeah.
from me thinking the wrong way.
It's not like someone invaded your country, you had to fight them off.
No,
Yeah.
it's not like I didn't have a choice. It's like just like my mindset was wrong or weird or not the same, or like
Yeah.
where I felt the most like, and not, I wouldn't say pain, but where it could shape me to do like be a more bad person is not someone else inflicting on me. And that's why we say when people are wronged, or like, because some people are just less lucky. They get dealt a bad card, and I've been dealt good cards, and all the bad cards I picked is me picking them.
Yeah. And then you work yourself out of the bad card too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I totally agree. And that's what I said, if I died right now, man, my life's pretty good when I start comparing myself. But comparison is the thief of joy too.
Yeah.
Because when you compare yourself to people that are well off, they've had access to every little thing. Then you're like, dang, I haven't really fully lived life.
Yeah.
But we live better than kings and queens from 1,000 years ago.
Yeah.
I get on planes, I fly over, don't have to worry about disease. I eat so many different cuisines.
Yeah.
Low battery. Dude, I
Yeah.
think we need to get to the
Thank
run
you.
club.
Yeah, it's getting close. I have this little alarm that goes off in 5 minutes.
Low battery, 20%, 10% maybe, but we can continue. I don't mind.
Yeah.
You want to ride over there?
Do you have a bike?
Yeah, but I drive all the time.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you need a bike?
No, I'm gonna probably leave soon. I'm gonna head to Australia in like March.
Oh, whoa. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, like I want to try a new. I'm taking this opportunity to have. I want to try a different job,
Okay.
like a simple job that has like, maybe less brain capacity, but still like let's say a waiter. Waiter, they work fucking hard,
Yep.
but it's still simple.
I've been a waiter, yeah.
And just a lot of hours, a lot of standing, a lot of conversation. You get tired in your mind, but it's like it's the task is simple. And the jobs I've had before is less simple, more me just having to think like how should I handle this, like how this a lot like I've never seen this before and I have to figure this out.
You could be a good waiter.
Yeah, I think I would love it, but I want to try those things. I know I want to do it when I'm probably older.
Yeah.
So I want to gain that experience to have, not because I feel like I need it, just because I want to. It's like when I worked as product manager before coming here, and I did time as an installer.
Okay.
I have gone out and pretended to be an electrician.
Okay.
For a lot of time. I've done all the roles within everything, not because I needed to, because I wanted to. I wanted to be good at everything, and I can't see the struggles of the electrician unless I know how it is there. Because he could say something, no, this doesn't work, this tool doesn't work, and I know like on paper it should work, but then I come out and be like, no, this fucking doesn't work.
Yeah.
You have to be there and actually try it.
Yeah.
And it's part of that getting some new experience, see something new. Yeah.
I see the search. I hear
Yeah.
you. And I've been there. I've done that. I think the people I met through it is good. The issue I had with serving was there's certain people that do it because they have to sustain life.
Yeah.
And having the optionality, because I just did it in college. I worked at a steakhouse, and I worked at like a fast casual place.
Yeah.
Think like a TGI Fridays or an Olive Garden type. It was Applebee's.
Yeah.
And definitely two different levels of serving. But I met people that were in their 50s serving.
Yeah.
And it's like, it gives you a different grasp on life and how people perceive things.
Yeah. I don't see it as a bad thing. I also think
Yeah.
if you actually find it as a passion, which I do see many people that are older who are waiters, I'm like, you're doing an amazing job.
Yeah.
This is.
I just don't think it's their passion.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
It's definitely not.
And that's what
No,
kills
but who
me.
knows? I haven't tried it.
No.
Yeah.
I'm just sharing my experience. I've
Yeah.
talked to them. They're like, yeah, I got like they're like 40s, 50s. Like, I got a kid. I got to help. Or like, I have family. I send money back to Mexico or something.
Yeah.
And they make considerable wage in California comparatively to Mexico. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I couldn't do it. Not at that age.
No.
And it is a tough job. Hurts your feet.
Yeah, it's a tough job.
But good walk. You get some steps in, brother.
Yeah.
And if that's what you have to do, have you ever heard of Barista Fire movement? Financial independence, retire early. So there's a grouping, or I'd recommend you look into it because I think you have this desire. FIRE stands for Financial Independence, Retire Early. Barista Fire is you do a server job, a barista job, a simple jobs. Maybe be an English teacher. I know a few guys like that, where they have some money, but they do the job because they just need to fit their, like you wake up and you're like, what are you gonna do today? It's like, it'd be really cool if you can go somewhere for 4 to 6 hours and just work, make a little money, and be a normal citizen. Because that's the issue I have sometimes. I'm like, hey, let's go on Tuesday at 3 p.m. to yoga. And they're like, I work in an office. I get off at 7.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't want to do yoga at 7. And they're like, I didn't even want to do yoga either. It's going to take me till 8 to get even there. And I'm like, So like, if you want to make yourself a normal citizen or like kind of get in a groove with certain people, because I meet very few people that are like me that have a lot of time on their hands.
Yeah.
But I think when you go to Australia and you do that, you're gonna get a newfound appreciation, and I'm excited for that experience for you. And I wonder, do they tip well? Because that's the whole thing in America, they're getting tips.
Yeah.
Because when I worked at the steakhouse, I get like $1,000 one night.
That's good. Shit, that's really good.
Really good, dude.
I think the tip is less in Australia, but it's better, a lot better than Sweden. A lot better than here also.
Yeah, it's also California, and steak isn't cheap, and
Yeah.
people buy wine, and then you have to tip out that $1,000. You have to tip out food runners and all that.
Yeah. That's my alarm clock for us.
We got into it, dude.
Yeah. Awesome. Thank you so much. I appreciate it a lot.
Thank you for having me.
I think there's a few more subjects we can get into, quite deep into.
I would love to.
Now we just touch on everything,
Yeah,
but we have to do that next time,
yeah.
if there's a next time.
I hope.
Yeah.
Have you been to Hanoi recently?
Not recently, but I've been there.
I haven't been there yet, but I'm going for Tet. Any recommendations?
Yes. For the one Kwadong,
Hua Dong?
I'm so fat in my head. That's an address for a bun cha place.
Oh, okay. I was like, is that in the old quarter? I don't know where that is.
That's Anthony Bourdain ate there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And
Oh.
no, but I'll show you a map later.
Yeah, I
so
like
there's
it.
2 addresses for bun cha. So there's for the one Kwadong, and there's 74 bun cha lane.
Because they always say Hanoi style, pho Hanoi, bun cha Hanoi.
Yeah.
Supposedly the food's much better up there. And I've been here, everyone tell me that.
Yeah, like I'd say overall, because most foods are from different towns in Vietnam rather than Saigon.
Oh, yeah.
And so most foods here are from other regions.
Yeah.
But I would say in the overall mixture of all the foods you have accessible here, food is overall better here. But you have specific things that are, so Hanoi, if you go there for bun cha, the bun cha there, like the bun cha here is bad compared to the bun cha in Hanoi.
I think it's so good too. Because I had it in America.
You're gonna.
In America, it was bad, bro.
Oh, if you like the bun cha here in Saigon, you're gonna come to Hanoi and be like, shit, I'm getting goosebumps how good it's gonna be.
The veggies, dude. I love veggies.
Oh, it's gonna be so
I
good.
love rice paper rolling things up, noodles with veggies. Oh,
The bun cha is this like fatty stew with this
With the little meats, yeah.
and you have to go for the spring rolls as well of the place.
with the spring rolls.
Yeah, the
Deep
spring
fried?
rolls, they're like deep fried actually.
Yeah.
But they are way better. Like spring rolls here are bad. Up there, amazing.
Goikun.
It's like the food in Talat also is amazing. The banh
Yeah.
mi's up there, like my favorite banh mi's there, and like
Really?
yeah, the banh
Making
mi's
me
here.
want to travel more.
Yeah, you should.
I'm a city boy. I love Saigon. See, I'm telling you, I'm not like that type of guy that I'll go to a country, but I'll sit in the main city.
Yeah.
And I'm always just looking at like, could I live here? Like, what would I do if I was here? What kind of
Yeah.
lifestyle? Should I become a yoga teacher? Should I become an English teacher? Should I even do anything?
Yeah.
And I think now being here for some time, I'm like, the cool thing is I don't have to do anything.
Yeah.
And so I mentioned to you, sometimes I do like a 36-hour fast.
Yeah. Shit.
And that
yeah.
helps me just reset and not
Cleanse.
want anymore.
Yeah.
Because I started getting addicted to going out,
Yeah.
meeting people. Sometimes just spending 36 hours with myself, maybe watching movies. And I'm like, wow, what a good restart.
Yeah, definitely. For the podcast, because we're ending it, it's if anyone want to reach out to you and be like, hey, I have this idea, I would love your help,
Yeah.
or I have this investment I want you to be in on.
Always.
Would it the best way be to contact you through comments, or do you have an Instagram or anything?
I have
You wanna-
Instagram,
do you have a
whatever you want.
Do you have a website?
No website. It really is just me and my pocketbook, you know what I mean?
Okay.
And my ideas. But I do have some like LLCs and one like a sole prop, which is just me. These
Yeah.
are like business entities.
So I can link them in the description.
If you, I don't need any marketing in any
Oh.
sort, but like those are things I would fund assets in or
Yeah.
fund things in. I hold my real estate inside a trust.
Yeah.
So if you sued me, like to some degree, you wouldn't sue me, you would sue the trust.
Yeah. All
Good
right.
luck.
All right.
Yeah,
I'll link your Instagram if someone needs.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you want to reach out.
It's good. Awesome. Boom.
Yeah.